Good morning, friends. This is Miss Lewia. I have another Maine book to share with you today. This is one of my favorites. It's a short book, but there's a lot of information and some really great pictures in it. And it's called Going Lobstering. This book is by Jerry Pilato and Rob Bolster. We are going lobstering with Big Joe. We put our life jackets on and head out. This is a lobster trap. Big Joe puts bait in it. Bait is what attracts lobsters to the trap. It's usually fish that they use. He sinks the trap. A floating buoy marks the spot. So the trap has to go all the way down to the bottom of the ocean because that's where lobsters live. So it has to sit right on the sand on the bottom of the ocean, just like this. And then the buoy up here, the colored buoy, is what shows lobstermen that there is a trap underneath that buoy. Wow, look at all the lobster buoys. Big Joe shows us his buoy colors. So all these lobster buoys means there's traps down underneath. And each lobsterman has their own colors on their lobster buoy. So this is his buoy. And he might have more of them and they all have to be that color. So each of these different colors are different lobstermen. We look for Big Joe's green, white, and red buoys. There's one. We grab the buoy and pull up the trap. Do you think there's going to be a lobster in it? Whoops, we caught a fish. It's a flounder. The next trap has some crabs. Big Joe throws them back. So they haven't caught a lobster yet. And this happens sometimes, friends. Sometimes you get other sea creatures in your lobster traps. Then we catch 2 lobsters. One of them is too tiny. This one's just a baby lobster. We measure the bigger one. Yay, it's big enough to keep. So in Maine, we have a law that all lobstermen have to measure lobsters before they can keep them. The lobster can't be too tiny. The tiny ones get thrown back. They also can't be too big. So if this lobster was bigger than that measuring tool, we'd also have to throw those back. So in Maine, they can't be tiny, but they can't be really big. They have to be just right to keep. We put rubber bands on its claws so it won't pinch us. Here's a mom with eggs. Throw it back. Splash. So this one right here is a mama lobster. All that black are eggs on her tail. And in Maine, we can't keep mama lobsters. We have to throw them back. So if a lobsterman catches a lobster with eggs on her tail, he has to put her back into the water so those eggs can hatch. Yikes, a shark! Big Joe will throw it back into the ocean too. Here's a gigantic lobster. It's too big to keep. We catch 2 more lobsters. This is fun. What a beautiful day. Now it's time to go back. The end. Lots of lobster facts in that book. So right now, friends, Miss Lewia made a slideshow to share with you with my favorite 5 lobster facts. Okay, so I'm going to pull that up right now, and then I'm going to share my screen so that you will be able to see it with me. I have pictures, and some of them are pictures of Miss Lewia. So let's get this pulled up. Ready? Here we go. All right, here is Miss Lewia's slideshow. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Miss Lewia's 5 favorite lobster facts. All right, the first one is about the claws, my friends. Oops, let's get this over here. So this one right here, the smaller one, the skinnier one, is called the ripper or the pincher claw. And it's used to pinch and rip the meat out of the shell of what they're eating. This claw is very, very sharp. It's like a knife. The other bigger one is called the crusher claw. This is used to crush the shell of what the lobster is getting ready to eat. This claw is very, very strong. So it just crushes things, very strong. And then this one's very sharp. So these are the 2 claws that lobsters have, the crusher and the ripper. All right, the next thing is also about the claws. So lobsters can regenerate or regrow their claws. So for example, this claw right here, that's his normal claw. That's the claw he had when he was a baby lobster, and his claw grew just like our hand grows with our body. So this is his regular normal claw. This one that I circled, he lost his regular normal claw on this side. So sometimes that means they got into a fight and it was ripped off, or lobsters can also eject their claw if they're in trouble. They can do that to kind of help them. So this lobster lost his claw and now is regrowing his claw. Imagine if we could regrow our hand. It's crazy. So this is gonna be a big claw like this in a couple years. And then here's a close-up view. You can actually kind of see the little pinchers in there, and it's gonna get bigger and bigger. It's so cool. My next fact is lobsters can live to be over 100 years old. It's crazy. So if you look at these pictures, this is Mr. Roach when he was young and in high school. This is our captain, Tom, on the boat that Miss Lewia works on. And then this is Miss Lewia. These are all giant lobsters that we caught that were probably close to 100 years old, but we had to throw them back because they were too big to keep. So the largest lobster ever caught was over 100 years old and was 54 pounds. This lobster that Mr. Roach is holding, that was probably about a 14-pound lobster. And the one that Miss Lewia is holding was probably about a 10 or 11-pound lobster. Can you imagine what a 54-pound lobster would look like? Crazy. Look at how big these claws are. Very, very cool. That's one of my favorite lobster facts. They can get to be really old and really big. All right, these are 2 pictures of mama lobsters. So this is another one of Miss Lewia holding, we call an egger. So it's a mama lobster with eggs, and here's another clearer picture. So mama lobsters carry their eggs on the inside of their tail, and then they let go of the eggs when it's their time to hatch. Mama lobsters can hold up to 100,000 eggs on their tail. So many eggs. But only a small percentage become a legal sized lobster. 1 out of 1,000 will become an adult. This is a video, and I'm going to play it in 1 second. So this video shows a lobster swimming. So lobsters use their legs to walk forwards, but they use their tail to flap backwards. And they can swim backwards up to 20 miles per hour. That's like as fast as a car going slow. Watch this. Ready? He's gonna let go of it. Gonna watch because it goes quick. And it's gone. And that's how they get away. All right. So those were my 5 facts. Here's just a little bit more information. So in the summertime, Miss Lewia works at the Finest Kind Cruises in Perkins Cove. This is the lobster boat that I work on. I also work on this bigger boat. This big boat goes to Nubble Lighthouse that we talked about earlier this week. But the lobster boat is this one right here, the small, skinnier one. And this is the exact boat that I work on. It's called the Finest Kind 1 lobster boat. And Miss Lewia has some exciting news. Tomorrow, Friday, I am going to go on the Finest Kind 1 lobstering boat, and I'm going to safely, in a distance, record what Maine lobstering looks like. So the captain is going to be Captain Grant Hubbard, and he is going to haul up some of his lobster traps, and I'm going to videotape it, and Mr. Roach is going to come with me, and we're going to talk and explain everything that happens on a lobster boat, and you'll get to watch it for real happen. So that video, I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I'm going to share it with you next week. So I hope you're very excited, because I am very excited. All right, so this last slide is a message from the Finest Kind captain. His name is Grant Hubbard, Captain Grant Hubbard. And he said, for every lobsterman everywhere, having fresh bait is the beginning of any success you might have. And this is a picture of the bait. In this case, fresh haddock will be the enticing food which lures the delicious little crustaceans into my trap. Next, preparation and repairs of traps before setting. Stay tuned, inquisitive little students, for photos of the next phase of the process. So this is the bait he's going to use in the traps that Miss Lewia is going to go help him check tomorrow. So stay tuned. I hope you're excited, and I hope you're having fun learning about Maine lobstering, and I hope you come back next week to watch this video. So have a great Thursday, have a great weekend, and we'll be back in a little bit. Bye, friends.